straight to a top story. The Lucknow bench of the Allahabad High Court will hear a public interest litigation seeking inquiry against Law Minister Salman Khurshid and his wife Louise today. The PIL seeks the registration of a case against the Khurshids on the basis of charges levelled against the trust run by them. In the PIL, Thakur has expressed doubts over free and fair inquiry into the allegations under the present political circumstances and hence has asked for the High Court monitored probe to ensure impartiality in the investigations. The social activist also said that since the fraud was already proven after reports by UP's Disabled Welfare Department and the CAG, an FIR should also be lodged against the Khurshids. The public interest litigation in the Allahabad High Court comes 7 days after Headlines Today's investigative report, Operation Dhritarashtra, exposed embezzlement of funds. The report also shows how signatures and stamps of senior officers of the state were forged by the trust to receive grants from the central government. A sting operation had even revealed how camps for differently abled people in at least 10 districts of Uttar Pradesh existed on paper but were never held. The Economic Offences Wing of Uttar Pradesh Police has already initiated an investigation into the matter. The EOW carried out a search operation at the offices of the Handicapped Welfare Department in the state's 17 districts on Monday. Well, let me go across to Kartikeya Sharma, who joins us live from the newsroom for more on the story. Kartikeya, it seems that the Congress is seriously in for more embarrassment. A PIL has been filed in a high court, rather legitimate issues being taken up. What happens if an inquiry is now ordered against Salman Khurshid? It looks as if the government hasn't really done anything about the matter.
More embarrassment for Salman Khurshid. You see, we'll have to divide this show into two parts. One is the legal part, and secondly the political one. I would say the buffering or the very fact that Salman is getting insulated from all the legal troubles is because Arvind Kejriwal has been politically attacking him. But the fact of the matter is that he is a law minister and he made certain comments, and the court can take a suo motu cognizance of the fact that he tried to threaten a person. Will be embarrassing for the party and the government, because ultimately he is a senior cabinet minister in charge of Ministry of Law and Justice. So politically he might get buffered by the party because you have Arvind Kejriwal attacking him from left, right and center, but legally that has a life of its own. Court will not be I would say that there will be no political factors influencing the decision making of the court. So legal procedure has a life of its own, and that will be really embarrassing for Salman.
Kartikeya, do stay on with us. Let's also talk about the issue of Arvind Kejriwal being threatened by Salman Khurshid of dire consequences. Let me quickly update our viewers. A day after threatening Arvind Kejriwal of dire consequences if he visited Farrukhabad, Law Minister Salman Khurshid has denied all the allegations. Issuing a clarification, Khurshid said, and I quote, "My comment on Kejriwal has been taken out of context. It meant that we will fight back the allegations made by Kejriwal. Our voters will fight back the charges, and it was a matter of the language used." Well, Kartikeya is of course with us. I will come back to you, Kartikeya, in just a minute. Let me also go across to Amir Haq, who's with us on the phone line. Amir, what are the odds that this open threat made by Salman Khurshid, we've heard him make that open threat to Arvind Kejriwal, is going to be met with some action? Here you have the law minister openly issuing a death threat on television.
Well, Rukmini, we already know what Salman Khurshid actually meant with those words, and it is open, it's in the open arena, it's for everybody to see and interpret in their own way. But what is important here is that the IAC people, Arvind Kejriwal specifically, is not ready to file a complaint against the law minister. Also, when the law minister threatened him and the India Against Corruption members for carrying out protests in Farrukhabad, they are not demanding any security. IAC members are not demanding any security from the state government, because now this is a political battle between IAC and the group they're going to make over the next few days, and the Congress and the other parties. So definitely this thing would have, had Arvind Kejriwal been a social worker only, then perhaps the connotations would have been different. But now, since this is all in the political arena, this will be seen with that eye.
Right, let me go back. All right, Amir, go ahead and complete your point.
Well, also important is the state government's view on what is going to happen in Farrukhabad on the 1st of November and later on. Because, well, we all know that Samajwadi Party is also not got support with IAC people. Also, because ISC has taken it against Mulayam Singh Yadav, also making personal comments against Akhilesh Yadav. So definitely, it will be very interesting to see how they fare once they gather for press in Farrukhabad.
All right, Amir, do stay on the line with us. Let me go across to Kartikeya. Kartikeya, we have heard Salman Khurshid say what he did, and he is, of course, the law minister. He's a legal eagle. He says that it's a matter of interpretation. It's a question of words that were used, but I think it was fairly clear what he said.
I would say, you see, legally the court can take a suo motu notice of this. Legally, there can be a criminal proceeding against him. Legally, someone can say that he's trying to threaten me. It is autonomous. As I said, the court proceedings have a life of its own. Politically, he can insulate himself, like for example, Salman Khurshid is an unofficial function in Shillong, because there's a backing from the government, because they feel that on Kejriwal's insistence, if they sack Salman Khurshid, then it's going to create a precedent. So I would say that the legal dimension of what has happened will be different from the political one. But yes, if court really becomes serious on this issue and feels that he's trying to intimidate people and violating their democratic fundamental rights, then yes, law minister is in trouble.
All right, Kartikeya, thank you very much for joining us with that update. I'd also like to thank Amir Haq for joining us on this developing story.